Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory career mode here with Forest Green Rovers. 5 games coming your way today, 1 sim, 4 actual gameplay games, 2 of them post-com, 2 of them live. First up is Cheltenham. We then take on Crewe Alexandra in the FA Cup round 1 before we then go to live games against Bolton and Plymouth, and that Bolton game there as well is an area quarter-final of the Leasing.com trophy. So a very tough test for us later on. But as we start the highlights against Cheltenham, I showed you the league table pretty briefly, but we sit 2 points behind Colchester, and I really wanted to close that gap and try and kind of match them, if you will, or even overtake them today, and it had to start here against Cheltenham. And we actually began the game really strongly. We tested the goalkeeper with a shot from Lopez, and then after a nice passing move, we eventually found Mills, but his cross was not very good, to say the least. As I said, a really nice move, though, to actually craft this. But that cross there needed a lot of work. But it gave me a lot of confidence because we started off the game so strongly. Dawson picking up the ball here, 20 minutes in, finds Lopez. Lopez off to Freer. Freer, lovely control to get in the box, and the finish was quality as well from him as he just about manages to keep hold of the ball long enough to strike it past the goalkeeper in towards the side netting of the goal. Luckily, it was inside the post, not on the outside, but there wasn't really much the goalkeeper was able to do about that from Cheltenham. It was a fantastic finish, and actually as well to talk about that, we were expected to win this game. Cheltenham were down the bottom side of the table. I mentioned it in the last episode, actually. We did take on quite a lot of the lower league opposition for us at this current time, so going forward, there's probably going to be some quite tough games in there, including that one against Plymouth today because they are a mid-table team at the moment. So these are the games we have to be picking up the points in. And to be fair, Cheltenham were actually active as well in the way of creating chances. Here, they had a couple in very quick succession that they could have found a way back into the game, but for them, didn't quite manage to finish them off. We did have the ball in the goal for the second time in the game with 12 minutes left, but Williams was offside, and as you can see here, the right decision by the official. So yeah, mate, stay on side, Williams. You'd have got yourself another goal. We'd have been 2-0 up, but we didn't really have to wait too much longer. 10 minutes later, Williams on the ball. Good little drag back, gets the finesse shot away. And you just can't allow our top scorer to be having that much time on the edge of your penalty area. Fair enough that, you know, at League 2 level, how many players would have been able to actually do this? I appreciate that, but Williams is definitely one of those players. He's one of our better players in this Forest Green Rovers side. So I was a bit surprised to kind of see Cheltenham not closing him down there. And that is why they paid the price of conceding the second goal. Full time there, a 2-0 victory, and we followed that game straight away with the FA Cup first round against Crewe. So 3 points picked up in game number 1. This one, though, of course, being club football, meant that there were no points on offer, but there was round 2 place at stake. And the FA Cup is one of those trophies you want to try and go as far in as you can because it's the most money out of the 2 cups that you have to fight for, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and to go on like a run in a cup, I feel like everybody's preference would be the FA Cup. So I really wanted to beat Crewe and get through to round 2. I think I'm going to try and play as many of these FA Cup games as I can, provided we can beat Crewe here and moving forward in the series, really, because they are, you know, I do want to win everything with Forest Green, of course the Carabao Cup as well, but I'll worry about the Carabao Cup later on down the line when I've got a better team. But I really want to try and go on a really good cup run. And so does Lopez, because he scored the opening goal of the game after a great run down the right-hand side. Ronaldo chopped it back on the left foot. And just before the half-an-hour mark, our number 7 had scored the opening goal of the game. We are expected to beat Crewe here in this one. They are, of course, in League 2 with us as well. We've already beaten them in the series, so we are expected to get through this round fairly comfortably here. Mondal, what a pass that was out towards him. Cut back inside on the left foot, laid it across towards Winchester for number 2, but his shot was straight at the goalkeeper. Frustratingly, it remained 1-0. But then in the second half, Mondal in towards the feet of Gruzetta. The keeper came into no man's land. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Back towards Mondal. The finish was there. It was a simple task to put it home. And we were 2 to the good with 27 minutes to play. So at the moment, it was looking like we were heading through to the FA Cup second round. It was a really good performance up until this point. And then we decided to do something fairly stupid. Porter here for Crewe, great run, gets himself down this byline. I went to block the cross. In the end, took Porter out. It was a definite penalty kick. And with 2 minutes to play in the match, we gave Crewe a way back into it. Porter would step up to take the penalty, and a fantastic penalty it was. Sent the goalkeeper down to the floor and put it in the corner of the goal. So 2 minutes to go Forest Green Rovers 2, Crewe Alexandra 1, and I was thinking, don't throw this away. There's not long left, and it proved to be the case. There was not enough time for Crewe to find a way back into the match. We booked our spots in the second round of the FA Cup, and we're given a very interesting draw indeed. You will see that later on in the live portion of today's episode. Speaking of live, let's head over to it now for the first game against Bolton. Enjoy. We are taking on Bolton next in the area quarter-final of the Leasing.com trophy, and they sit 12th in League One. So quite a good challenge for us here as well, especially if we are fighting for promotion moving forward into the next season. Of course, we'll get promoted to League One if we can do it from League Two. And the chances are Bolton will be one of the teams that we face next year unless they gain promotion or go down for that matter. But yeah, it'll be quite a good challenge for us moving forward. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this, but at the same time, I'm not too bothered if we get knocked out because although it is a piece of silverware to play for, it's not at the top of my list to win. So yeah, we've got a strong team. We're away at their place. And like I said, quite a tough challenge for us. So let's see how this goes. Again, we've got Williams leading the line and Lopez in behind him, but I might have to make some substitutions because as you can see, we do have a few players who aren't quite fully fit. But anyways, let's take on Bolton and see how we can play against them. Great ball through by Bunny up towards the feet of Buckley. He can send a low cross in. And Thomas has it in his hands. Some great possession here by Bolton as well. They've started off the game really strongly. Lopez up to Williams. Williams off to Freer. Offside flag will stay down. And there's a chance of a counter-attack here for Forest Green Rovers. Freer needs to pick out the right pass. He's found Williams. And Bolton are behind at home. Forest Green hit them on the counter-attack. And George Williams has finished it off. Just as I was saying, Bolton I've started the game off well. They've dominated possession. They've looked very calm, composed. They're caught on the counter. And a really nice move by us has finished off with Williams tapping the ball home. Here is Mills for Forest Green. Off towards Freer. He is having a great game so far. Is Freer. The ball in towards the box now. There's the chance. And it's Winchester with a big opportunity for goal number 2 for Forest Green. He took it first time and he's not too far away from the bottom corner. Mills up towards the feet of Williams. Williams now with the turn. Finds the ball across towards Mondal. And Mondal makes it 2. Again, it is Forest Green down this left-hand side. This time it wasn't Freer. But we are having so much success going down the left-hand side for us. Of course, the right-hand side of Bolton. And we are just getting so many opportunities to attack at them down this left-hand side. And again, it pays off. Williams with the ball across this time. He finished the first one off. Mondal, that is fantastic. First time, left-footed finish. You've got to say as well, the goalkeeper there was very static, but that's because he's going back across goal. Couldn't quite start his feet quick enough, and Mondal makes it 2. Bolton are crumbling here at home. I've said it, they've had a lot of possession, but it's what you do with the ball, and so far, they've not turned that possession into chances. What can Bolton do in this second half to turn this game around as Shepherd is carrying forward for Forest Green? Easy ball to Williams. Williams now looking for another chance. He's got Mondal there as well. Mondal's in again, and Mondal makes it 3. What a finish it is. Forget about what Bolton can do to turn this game around. It's over. It's done with. 3 attacks, as you can see, Mondal just says, calm down. No problems at all. No problem whatsoever. Counter-attack has worked so well for us. Williams again, so composed on the ball. Mondal with a finish off the inside of the post. Forest Green 3, Bolton 0. Here is Williams off towards Taylor. Taylor now looking for the run of Freer, who I don't think has touched the ball in this second half. But there is full time anyway. Bolton 0, Forest Green Rovers 3. Not a result that I was expecting coming into the game, but what a performance it was from us. Very, very clinical on the attack. We hit them on the counter for the first goal. And Bolton had so much of the ball, just didn't use it really well at all. And they are out of the Leasing.com trophy. We move through to the area semi-final. Like I said, though, I'm not that interested. Obviously, as we get towards the final, I'll become more and more interested. But it's more about the challenge, taking on teams who are maybe in higher division to us and trying to beat them. And that's what we've done today against Bolton. And with us moving through as well in the FA Cup, the chances are we are probably going to get a team from a higher division as well. Our next game sees us take on Plymouth at home. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Mitov is unavailable because he's on international duty. At the rating of 56, Bulgaria have called up Mitov to international duty. I mean, what is their goalkeeper situation saying if they're calling up a 56 rated keeper? Anyway, Gabriel also unavailable as well because he's on international duty as well. So we will be without him too. But yeah, I just found that a little bit ridiculous, really. I had to show you. Mitov at 56 rated is in the international setup. It's crazy to think that. But yeah, I mean, fair play to him. Maybe we'll see him get a cap someday in the near future. He's 6'7", so he's a very, very tall goalkeeper. But Bulgaria must have better goalkeepers than 56 rated. He probably won't play, but yeah, I just found it a little bit ridiculous. So anyway, we are going to switch around the team slightly here, heading into this game. I'm going to bring Kitchen back into the side, and that is probably going to be what we go with for the Plymouth game. Sorry. Right now, as it stands, Plymouth sat mid-table in League 2. So we will be the favourites coming into this game, but the first chance of the game goes their way from Randell. He sliced across the ball and very nearly found the back of the net. I feel like if he hit that a bit more cleanly, that was 1-0. We've also managed to claw back the 2-point gap to Colchester. We sit joint top with them, behind on goal difference right now. So, yeah, we've been able to sort of get it back, but we need a result here against Plymouth. I don't know how Colchester are getting on. I will try to keep you updated as the game goes on. This could be quite a tricky game here against Plymouth because coming into it, I felt really confident, but they've started off pretty strongly. So we need to try and grow into the game here with Lopez finding Winchester. Winchester gives away the ball. Brilliant. 2 minutes until half-time. Dawson towards Lopez. Lopez to Williams. Williams with a back heel back towards Lopez. Sorts out his feet. Just about to get the shot away. But it didn't have any power behind it. And as we enter the end of the first half here, very nearly half-time, we're actually struggling more here against Plymouth than we did against Bolton in that last game. But sometimes that's how football goes. Plymouth have given this a right go in this first half. And it's not been easy. They've had probably the better chance of the first half. So we need to sort of go back in at half-time, rethink our strategy, come back out and try and get a bit of a foothold in the game on the second half because we didn't dominate the first half like I was hoping. 0-0 at the break. Half-time scores elsewhere. Colchester are hosting Bradford today. And I think Bradford are in the top 4 as well, so that's quite a good game. However, Colchester are 1-0 up in that game. So if we don't get the result we are hoping for here against Plymouth, we will now go back to 2 points behind them. As I said, as we entered the game, we've clawed it back to the equal points tally. But if that result stays the same and this result here stays the same, we will still be 2 behind them. Williams looking to try and open up this Plymouth defence and able to do it there. So yeah, very, very big second half coming up here for us. Dawson off towards the substitute Guruzeta, who now has the possession, and with the fresh legs, he's trying to get a shooting opportunity, which he has done! And he's dragged it wide of the post. I'm actually going to make another change here as well. Let's bring off Lopez. I don't know why. He's so tired. He hasn't really done that much today, but of course that low stamina is the reason why. I spoke about it before. We have to work on it. Who else can we bring on? Maybe Collins for Mondal. Yeah, let's do that, and let's swap Williams out wide towards the left-hand side in place of Guruzeta. Here is Adams through to Guruzeta, turning, looking for the next pass. He finds Dawson. Dawson trying to place one. Too much power behind it over the bar. It's looking like it's going to be a frustrating 0-0 draw here. Just haven't found the last bit of quality we've needed. Oh man, Dawson, what an opportunity. Just couldn't keep his shot down. 5 minutes to play, and it's anyone's game at this point. I don't think either side deserved to win the game. I think a 0-0 draw is probably a fair result, looking at it. But I really want to find a winner as Guruzeta will find Adams. Adams now trying to find a way through. He's got a pass back towards Winchester. Winchester through towards Guruzeta. Guruzeta, what a chance! And he slotted it home with 2 minutes to play. Get in! Our number 9 has done it. It's not Williams, who you've come to expect with the goals for Forest Green. It's Guruzeta, and it's brilliant. 3 points, looking like it's coming our way here. As I said, a 0-0 draw is probably a fair result, looking at it. But we have dug deep, and we have found the goal that could have given us the win. I say could, there's only literally minutes left, so if we throw this away, I will be livid. But I have not seen a goal update from Colchester or Bradford, so or Colchester v Bradford, I should say. So I believe elsewhere there it is 1-1, as Adams just wins a free kick in a really good area. Tired legs out there as well. I believe it remains 1-1 in that game, so we will go top of League 2 for the first time, I think, in the series. I don't think we've been top yet until today, if it stays that way. Kitching now towards Winchester. We'll chew down the clock here by getting it in the corner. Winchester, you do what you do. Looks back towards Guruzeta, sliding in his Aimson. Could have taken out Guruzeta quite easily, but that is it. 1-0 the scoreline. It was not convincing, but I will take that as the referee does now end the game off 50 seconds over the time slot. Let's see what the final score between Colchester and Bradford was, because we could be top of League 2. Final score between Colchester and Bradford finished 2-1 to Colchester. They got the goal to win the game, so we are not top, which is annoying. We are behind by 1 goal in goal difference. So, yeah, that's annoying. But anyway, we're 5 clear of Walsall. Bradford down into 4th now as well. I think Walsall, did they get a win? Yeah, they did, convincingly against Cambridge. 4-0 it finished. So, Bradford slipping down to 4th in the table. Our final game is against Leyton Orient, and I believe they're in the relegation zone. So, I'm going to be simming this. My only worry is that it's away from home. They've only won 1 game all season long. But if we don't get a good result against them here, it could see us a little bit behind Colchester. But we'll sim it anyways, and that will be the end for today. Let me do a quick training session as well while we're here. Mitov and Lopez still getting trained up. Lopez as well is so close to 70 rated. I can't wait for him to get to 70. He'll be our first player above 70 rated. And it seems only fitting if we are to build the side around him that he is the first player to get there. But let's see what we can do against Leyton Orient then. Here we are then, Leyton Orient away, and the final score is 3-1 Forest Green. Williams on the score sheet, Guruzeta on the score sheet, and Winchester as well. They missed a penalty. Harold got an 88th minute penalty, which he missed. So another 3 points in the bag for us as well. What a way to end off today. Very, very happy with it. So let me quit. Oh, what a draw that is. I was going to say, let me quickly check the FA Cup for round 2 draw. Because obviously we could have got like some League 1 teams in there still as well. I don't think the Championship teams enter it yet. I believe that's round 3. But yeah, look at the draw we have got. Colchester faces Forest Green in round 2 of the FA Cup. The top 2 in League 2 will play against each other to head into round 3, which is amazing. I'm going to definitely play that now. But for League 2 then, how does it end in the table today? We're top of League 2! Yes! We beat Leyton Orient, and Colchester only managed a 0-0 draw. No, sorry, that's the earlier games. Who did they play? They only managed a 1-1 draw with Cheltenham. And Cheltenham are down the bottom half of the table, I think. Yeah, there they are, 21st. Wow, they only managed a 1-1 draw, which means we're top of League 2 for, I think, the first time in the series. I could be wrong, though. 2 points the gap to Colchester, but it's ever so close, isn't it? And there's still a long, long way to go. FA Cup tie is amazing. I can't wait to play Colchester in that. But for the semi-final of the Leasing.com Trophy, we will play Mansfield, Stevenage take on MK Dons, Portsmouth Shrewsbury, and Wickham Accrington Stanley is the other game in that one. So, yeah, a lot to look forward to moving forward. For us, though, that is going to be the end of today. A massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive thank you as well for all of your support on the channel. It was a very interesting episode. Mitov going out on international duty with Bulgaria for one of those games was pretty strange as well. But he has grown by 12 ratings so far. And once he hits 60 rated, he will technically be the highest rated goalkeeper at the club. We brought him in, was it 44 rated from the free agents? So that'll be quite some story indeed. Nevertheless, until next time, if you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you all again very soon with another video. Until then, adios.